Oh yeah. All Out has concluded, and to top this off, since it's taking place in Chicago, I decided to have a Chicago logo for this base logo for the AEW event of the year, All Out, and we're going to talk about the introduction, Kenny Omega, the main event. By God, Omega taking on Christian Cage for the AEW World Championship. A lot was riding on this. After a wild night, which we will cover throughout these videos, in subsequent videos, we are on the precipice of glorious domination. Mostly because I am insane for this night. But that's a different matter. I'll get to that in a moment. So, AEW had their big main event of the evening with Kenny by God freaking Omega taking on Christian Outwork Everyone Cage. And there was a lot riding on this, especially considering Kenny Omega has to follow up on a series of matches that happen. Like I said, we'll talk about that in the next subsequent videos. But there was a lot taking in this in. Christian had to showcase he still got it against the Best Bout Machine in the main event. It's different from Rampage, which was a TV match, and while that was freaking awesome and surprising, it still was a TV match. Now you gotta do a big pay-per-view event that's gonna decide everything. Oh man, well, there's a lot riding on this. And yeah, they tore it down. They told their story they had to tell. Christian can still hang at that level. He can still go into that level. Kenny Omega once again continues his dominant force in AEW. They continue his powerful reign as he struggles to hold on to his throne as it starts to chip away at him, realizing that ever since he lost the Impact Wrestling Championship and the TNA Championship, he now has to be more desperate. He has to protect his throne from outsiders lurking in and other forces coming in. Not only that, you gotta contend with people kind of pissed off at him for what he did in Impact, and they'll probably want to show up at his doorstep of AEW and take out the Best Bout Machine. And wow, Christian, this is his best match on this precipice night. It was freaking phenomenal, and I'd like to introduce my special guest for tonight. This is Ahsoka Tano bust. I got it from Third Eye Comics. Check them out if you live in Maryland. They have several stores, and there's one in Virginia. Check it out. And this is by Gentle Giant. Yeah, so this is my guest. An awesome Star Wars character. I'm pretty sure Kenny will appreciate it because he's a geek like me. But, yeah, we'll be seeing a little bit more of Ahsoka in a little bit. But, yeah. Christian Cage and Kenny by God Omega, they tore the house down. They couldn't beat the other big matches that happened, in my opinion, mainly from the fact that the Cage match, which we will talk about because that was awesome. Oh god, it's just, I'm loving this glory. Like, I don't have to go ahead and get mad every time. There was a top to bottom card that was just freaking awesome and had a crowd that didn't get furious every single second you had it. And now you got a stellar main event with a guy who's getting back some years he lost because he got a concussion injury, and Kenny Omega proving once more he is one of the best wrestlers in this business and stealing the show once again. And I love the story being told here with Kenny trying so desperate to keep his titles, so desperate to keep his throne. He almost lost it in subsequent back-to-back nights had, things ended badly for him in AAA. But, yeah. It was just, you just had to see this. And originally, this was supposed to be Hangman and Page's moment. He was going to be main eventing the show with Kenny Omega. But because the Hangman decided to have a kid, damn you, life! I'm kidding. Congrats to Hangman. They had to rearrange their plans and follow up on their Christian Cage stuff they were doing. But oh god. I want to talk about the ending, because they certainly rectified that ending from Revolution with what they did here. Like, okay, let's make the worst ending because NDA agreements suck and we have to make a joke about it and embrace the memes. And then let's make the best ending possible, damn it. For All Out, just to be the status quo changer, to initiate what I've been calling, in the wake of CM Punk's return, the reign of pro wrestling. This is the new era of wrestling, the reign of pro wrestling, and by God, I'm loving it. And there were times I was like, okay, this is kind of looking like a New Japan wrestling match whenever it involved Kenny Omega. Like, that certainly did look like it to me. Like, Kenny going ahead and using tables, the ref being so lenient about it, and oh man, Kenny Omega being his New Japan self a little bit, showcasing the table usage, but that was just like, that's kind of cool. That Kenny was being more of his New Japan self for this match to really give Christian Cage a run for his money. Like, desperate times call for desperate measures. But yeah. Oh man. This is just such a great match. I gave it, I went on Twitter and posted my ratings, and I gave this match a 5-star rating for the NRE brand. But it was not the show. It was not the show-stealing matchup. It could have stolen the show if it wasn't for another 2 matches, I'd argue. But yeah, or the story that we got with the other big match that was made. But in terms of in-ring quality, it was a freaking great match. But it was the second best quality in-ring quality match. But in terms of the story, yeah, you knew if Christian lost, he still had a win because he broke the streak of Kenny Omega, the amount of days he's not been pinned, and yeah, Christian still had a victory here. And now we are seeing this match. It was like Christian almost won. Like, I thought, wait, would they really swerve us and have Christian beat Kenny twice? And I was like, nah, we still got to do Hangman payoff. And then I get to use my Fallen Angel hope for Bray Wyatt showing up afterwards when Kenny has lost his mighty empire. But that's a dream. I just love enjoying a show and not getting annoyed when something stupid happens. But yeah, the night doesn't end. So Kenny Omega topples Christian Cage with a super one-winged angel. And yeah, it was insane in that regard. But yep. Kenny Omega does a super one-wing angel after Christian tried to do a super kill switch, after Christian failed to get the kill switch in. Sad, tragic. Better looks next time, Christian. Though it might be a long while because AEW doesn't do rematch that frequently, and the fact that you got a second rematch after so many weeks is amazing. Unless you're MJF and Chris Jericho, in which case you'll get a rematch every 2 months. I kid. I'll get to that soon. But Don Gallows is fun. There were the interferences that you expect at this point with Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, and my opinion on Carl Anderson's a little shifted at the moment because how he was conducting himself following a tragic event on the day it was announced, and I'm pretty certain he was drunk at best. At worst, he was being a horrendous douchebag. Yeah, I went there, and yeah, I wasn't happy about that, like, at all. His Twitter behavior is questionable, but yeah, I'm not laughing at this at all. So how he was doing it, like, I was trying to get why he did it, but it was like, Wrong time, man. Wrong time. Read the freaking room. So yeah, so any chance we saw Carl Anderson get his ass kicked was fun. Okay, enough of my mentioning of the Twitter war that broke out. But yeah, rest in peace, Daphne. We did a memorial at the beginning of ATW View, and the fact that this turned into a WWE Warzone thing was freaking tragic. And I was like, oh, goddamn. And damn the tribalists to both sides trying to stir the pot. And I just want to watch wrestling and have fun and honor wrestlers who tragically pass away. But no, we gotta make a fight out of it. That's the one thing I hate most. I'm like, I would rather watch Raw and be tortured than see us using real life horrible events and use it to stir a publicity stunt, unless we're trying to, and not even in the good honoring way like we do with Brody Lee, where people start making up accusations that they're exploiting the Brody family, even though they're still paying the Brody family for, despite the circumstances that happened. But yeah, that's yeah. But back to this, Kenny retains. He is still the AAA Mega Champion and the AEW World Champion, but he'll never become Impact Champion again, most likely. And Kenny calls out, and the Jurassic Express team comes out to save the day, and they get their asses kicked, like you expect every single week. And then Kenny brags on the microphone about how he's, by God, Kenny freaking Omega, and dominating and ruling the world, and how anyone who is either not here, signed somewhere else, or they're already dead. And okay, that probably bad timing to reference that. Like, I know what they're referencing, but bad timing, man. Bad timing. I'm just glad that it didn't turn into a horrendous fuck moment with the Twitterverse. But the lights go out, and when you initially thought what was going to happen, it turns out to be the exact opposite. Someone to sweet me for the love of God. Well, you'll see. Adam Cole, baby, made his arrival in AEW. That's right. Adam Cole, baby, is all elite. Enjoy the ride. And you were like, and I'm thinking, oh god, I am so glad they saved the Hangman stuff for Full Gear, probably, or near the end of December, to end the year off on a happy note. But yeah, this was awesome. Adam Cole is all elite. This is just after his last match being in NXT, watching that world he helped build for 4 years burn to the ground because Vince is sick and petty and done, and his inner circle screwed everyone over there. And the reboot's coming soon on the 14th, so everyone cry about that if it goes badly. I want to hope, but if Vince and Bruce are going to have the big decisions, I'm not having faith in this. So yeah, Adam Cole is all elite, and I love it. Now they do a swerve here. They bring up that the elite killed him. They bring up the poison. They bring up the poison. Even Adam Cole references it, saying, I still remember what you guys did to me, but before you can do anything, they look like it's going to turn into a fight between them, and Adam Cole's going to get his ass kicked. He super kicks Jungle Boy, turning heel and joining the elite. I was mixed about this, but then I thought, okay, if this is going to end with Adam Cole turning face and betraying the elite like Randy Orton did with the Authority, then I'll be all for it. But I didn't want Adam Cole to show up as a heel. Not yet, at least, because I kind of like him. I wanted to see what he'd be like as a face working against the elite, considering what the circumstances surrounding his unfortunate death in BTE continuity when he was poisoned. I wonder how they're going to explain how they killed him off and brought him back. Like, I'm pretty sure, because Kenny and the Elite were acting around him, and how they were like, yes, it's all part of our evil plan to destroy Hope. And I was thinking, I wouldn't be surprised if we get an episode explaining a week prior, so to speak, of filming where they have Matt reincarnate him with the lake. And, Kenny Omega thinking that's a terrible idea, only to resolve the issues, and then they do the debut. And Kenny wants to end the show off with his goodbye, good night, and the lights go haywire, and then another song plays. Fight the Valkyries! And Bryan Danielson shows up! Oh, fuck! Yep, the rumors are true! Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole, baby, are all elite! All elite! All elite! All elite! Yep, in the span of a few weeks, WWE has lost Bryan, they've lost Cole, they failed to kill Punk's passion for wrestling, and in some cases almost literally, they failed to do that, and AEW's like, come on down! And Bryan saves the day, he coming in to fight the Elite with Jungle Boy and the rest of the Jurassic Express and Christian brawling it out, and Adam Cole lands a running knee, and it is glorious! Yep. These two are all elite. And not just them as well, but Ruby Soho is elite. Is all elite. Welcome to the teams, everyone. Oh, God. This is fucking glorious. I mean, it's still kind of unbelievable. Adam Cole, I suspected. Bryan, when we first heard it weeks back from Fightful and all the other reports, it was just like, what? And then Bryan was getting threats on Instagram and whatnot and all that BS because how dare he betray Vince? And I was like, look, I'm sure Vince is pissed. I wouldn't be surprised because it's Vince. But he knows he doesn't really have anything. He can't do anything because they're not signed. They're out of a contract. He can't really do anything unless, and I'm pretty sure if it was Big Show circumstances, I'll be surprised by that, especially with Adam Cole and Bryan. I'm pretty sure Triple H is the most pissed because Adam Cole's gone. And please know, it was reported the main reason WWE burned this all down with Adam Cole is over fucking Twitch. Adam Cole threatened, basically, Adam Cole said on Twitch, he's not giving Twitch up. Even with the circumstances like the third party edict. I called it. I fucking called it. I called this a year back. They're going to lose someone because of that third party thing. It just happens to be this guy. So. Oh, god damn it. I'm just having fun again. For God's sakes, I'm having fun again in this business. Yeah, we're in the reign of pro wrestling. Long may they reign. And it's gonna be a fun night. Because Adam Cole's elite, Bryan Danielson's elite, CM Punk's elite, Ruby Soho is elite, and there are several more additions planned. Minoru Suzuki finally showed up from the Forbidden Door. We'll get to that, and I'll explain what's going on that. But, yeah, it's a wild ride, everybody. This is the reign of pro wrestling, baby! And we are here for it all. Let's fucking go. Well, everyone, this was Neo Reality Entertainment, the WrestleVerse, presenting Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage at All Out 2021. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my content in the description below. Search up for more stuff I have on the internet. And stay tuned for more. And welcome to the reign of pro wrestling. Stay tuned for more.